Hi, my name is Gage Van Coolenberg. This is my final project for my IT capstone class at Valencia College. And for it, I made an issue tracker. Okay, so I wanted to show the actual building of the site. I would go through all the files, but it'd be a much longer presentation if I did. The npm start. Okay, why? I wonder why it does that. Like it'll open to like the wrong directory, and so it won't start my application. Yeah, okay, so this time it says issue tracker, so now it should start. Um, and I mean, if you build a project similar to this, there's always these like little problems that seem like a real issue, but they're not. Um, so here's like my site actually running. All right, so let's get into it. So you can type the description. You can assign it to a developer. You can assign a priority level. You can add this, and by adding it, it'll add the description to the current issues and the database I have it connected to. And these two buttons down here just switch between two pages. This is stuff I already have in the database uploaded. And right over here, I have the database. And there's a lot of ways you can connect your application to a database. I had previous experience in MongoDB. Um, but do whatever's easiest, do what you know, or do what you don't know, right? And so with my database, I have the description field, the developer field, the priority field, and then this reflects on the website. Okay, so this is the actual mockup, and it really reflects kind of how you would receive work in the industry, right? You would be given like a idea of the design of the website, the functionality that it's supposed to have, and then as the developer you're supposed to create it. And Adobe XD is super user friendly. It makes it a lot easier to style, and I'll kind of get into some examples and go through the files and stuff. And I'll show the functionality of React 2 where you can just like save the page and it'll update on your website. But this is really cool, right? So you can add all these like components. Over here you have like the scroll, what represents the scroll bar and stuff like that. Um, and then this makes it much easier, like as far as like color specifically when you're styling your page, because it'll give you the hex color. And so when you get into the styling, I guess this is for the add issue page. Um, Let me go to the app CSS. And these are all the files of my project. Again, it's a big project. Not really, but kind of. And so like say this is the heading. Okay, so if I do FFF, it should change when I save this. It should reflect in my, and I think this is the coolest part of about React. It'll change, right? It'll change this, and that's pretty cool to me. And then I can go back, save this, boom, and then it'll change right back. Okay. So as far as challenges I encountered with this project, I took an HTML and CSS course a couple semesters ago and just kind of had to get myself up to speed to be able to design the web pages, which wasn't too hard, but it took some time. Connecting the React application to the MongoDB was pretty tough for me because I've never done a React application and I never had to connect it to a database. So there was just a lot of trial and error and a lot of time put into watching YouTube to figure it out. And I would say, as far as like the most tedious challenge of doing a project like this is installing all the software. It's not really hard. There's a lot of resources to find how to do it correctly, but there's definitely troubleshooting. You're going to have to get comfortable with using the command prompt and installing stuff from there. And then going over to things I would like to add to the project, I want to add a login page. I think this adds an element of security and authorization and is just so important. Kind of just level up the project. And then I want to add a delete button to the current issues page to be able to delete. issues directly from the page and it'll reflect in the database. And then I want to be able to host this website so it's accessible to everyone. Because unless you have all the files on your computer and you have React downloaded, you're not going to be able to run this. So yeah. All right, so this is my issue tracker project. Thank you so much for watching. If you're a student and you're watching this, do a project that you're not super familiar with. You have enough time to um, learn whatever. And, so don't be afraid to step into something that you don't know and you don't fully understand, because that's the whole point of it is by the end of the semester, you do understand it. Not maybe fully, but, at least have a better understanding. So yeah, thank you so much.